Time to talk about some royal news right now. Russell Myers is the royal editor for the Daily Mirror, and he joins us now. Russell, lovely to see you.
You too, Paul, in time.
So, if we are to believe the reports over the weekend, there was quite the temper tantrum and tear fest when King Charles told his brother, sorry, pal, no way back. I know Mummy liked you, but you are not coming back to royal service.
Well, it seems so, and I mean, the only person who probably believed in this on the whole planet that he had a chance of coming back to royal life was Prince Andrew himself. I mean, he's absolutely left himself in complete disgrace due to his relationship with the convicted paedophile Jeffrey Epstein, and of course his longtime friend Ghislaine Maxwell is now languishing in jail for about 20-30 years. So, you know, there really was no way back for him, and yet he still thought that he had something to offer the royal family. But of course, you know, King Charles is certainly trying to create his own legacy now, as well as Prince of Wales. Prince William has got a lot at stake for his family. So, yeah, I mean, it's not of any surprise to anyone but the Duke of York himself that he's been definitely sidelined, and certainly with his late mother out of the picture now after her very, very sad passing in recent weeks. I definitely see no way back for Andrew at all.
So what are the chances that he's going to end up pulling a Harry and Meghan here? Because look, the next 20 years he's rattling around a palace, got no friends. He's going to start spilling some secrets, won't he?
Well, you would imagine so. I mean, you just look at the relationship he has with his ex-wife, Fergie, who is still, creating books, still creating sort of a money-making machine for herself, even though she's been near bankruptcy in the past. I mean, what on earth does Prince Andrew have left? He certainly will probably be able to stay in his royal lodge mansion that is still on the Windsor estate, because the Queen would have made sure that he was looked after. But you know, there's definitely no love lost between him and Charles. Well, they were once fairly close, but Charles has seen what he's done to his own reputation. He's done huge collateral damage to the reputation of the monarchy. And as I said, Charles is trying to forge his own future now. So it begs the question, what does Andrew left? Will he write his own memoir like Harry? I mean, we've already seen in recent weeks such a furore of Harry's book coming out on January the 10th. And I wouldn't put it past Andrew, to be honest, because he really is at rock bottom at the moment.
Well, this is it. I mean, if there's firstly a pile of cash, but secondly, look, if there's nothing to lose, wait and watch this space. Of course, it'll be juicy things to talk about, but not great for the family. And I just say, look, rattle around, enjoy the lap of luxury, and think about your daughters for the next little while and the life they have, as opposed to the infamy that he's brought upon the family. Now, also, we hear that Prince Charles, absolutely furious and quite hurt by Meghan and her attitude towards dumping all the secrets on the family.
Well, certainly. I mean, you know, the King wouldn't be the only person to be absolutely furious, because you look at the situation that has played out over the last few months, a couple of years, where Harry and Meghan have pretty much got what they wanted. They wanted to leave the royal family. They've earned a huge amount of money. I mean, hundreds of millions of dollars in the process. And what have they done? They've just been trashing the royal family. They have been pretty much trying to get everything their own way. And one would have thought that they would have just disappeared into the Californian sunset, been happy to make a bit of money and just forge their own lives. But no, I mean, not only has Meghan's been sort of railing against her treatment when she was in the royal family for such a brief period of time, we now have Harry's book to look forward to. And regardless of what side of the coin you're on, I mean, is it sort of score settling? Is it a purposeful act that he just wants to get back at his family? I suppose we'll just have to see. I mean, the world will be watching, that's for sure.
Tell you what, it reminds me a little bit of, the kid who thinks they've got the worst possible life because they've been told to clean up their room. This bloke is so far in front of billions of other people. If this is victimhood, then seriously, he needs to actually pay attention to some of the charities that he's been working with over the years, or those people in the Invictus Games. You want to talk about, difficulty, think about some of the people that have gone through those injuries. Now, also, a new book is claiming that Meghan absolutely couldn't be interested in the efforts from the now Queen Camilla to say, you're part of this family. She tried to reach out and Meghan told her to get stuffed.
Well, it's interesting, isn't it? It's coming up to Christmas season, so there's an awful lot of biographies and royal books that are coming out, and there's the ante seems to be ramped up with every book that comes out. However, from my own understanding, I know that Meghan obviously had a fraught relationship with members of the palace, members of the family. But you look back at that time, and it was a time of great hope when her and Harry got married. The whole country, indeed, I pretty much think the whole world were behind them, really willing them to do well. You mentioned Harry's charities there. There was a huge opportunity for them to go out and do good. And what did they do? It didn't take them too long before they were sort of railing against the hereditary monarchy, the sort of hierarchy of what they had got into, and the rest is history, isn't it? But listen, there's a lot of water that needs to go under that bridge before these awful wounds are healed. And I think that Harry's book is a real potential problem, not only for Harry's relationship with his family, which I think is pretty much wrecked. I think that for the monarchy at large, they will be really fearing what's about to come out of this book, unfortunately.
Okay, now, Russell, I've saved the best till last, all right? I'm exasperated even bringing this up to you. Man to man, I'm slightly embarrassed that this is the case. But is it true that the King of England and the King of Australia still travels around with his teddy bear and has a custom-made toilet seat?
Well, listen, as I said, there's an awful lot of books out at the moment, and the ante does get ramped up. I mean, I've seen these funny gifts that were given to Prince Charles, as he was then known as a young man, a comfy toilet seat to sit on, the fact that his nanny had to be brought in to patch up his teddy, even up to the age of 40 years old. I mean, I don't know what to believe. It's certainly, but it makes a good headline, doesn't it? And it gives us a bit of joviality in these pretty testing times.
Oh, God love clickbait. It keeps everyone in a job. Thank you so much, Russell. Do appreciate it.
My pleasure. Thanks, Paul.